you want to make passive income online and you happen to be a graphic designer or someone who's thinking about dabbling into graphic design, you are in luck because it is one of the easiest skill sets to monetize in this day and age. The number one quickest way is to sell Canva templates, and I do this myself using an Etsy store. You don't even need to advertise, you don't even need to market it. People will search on the platform itself. All I do is I create some proposal templates or like business card templates, and it's all in Canva. There's a feature where you can create a template link, you pop it on there, and then people can just clone it to their own Canva account. It is super easy, and you can create so many things like invitations. There's different niches you can get into. Wedding is a big one. There's also baby shower invitations, things like that. And there's also some things that's more business related, like social media templates. You can create all of those on Canva and easily sell it on those marketplaces. Number 2 is selling mockups. So mockups are these Photoshop files that designers use to present their work. And there are a lot of different places like Creative Market where you can go ahead and create and then actually sell them. So there's a lot of tutorials you can take, a lot of really cheap courses online that you can use to learn how to create Photoshop mockups. Usually it's by taking photos of an item and then superimposing things and creating like a little canvas where people can place their own designs and superimpose it on top. And people pay a lot for mockups, myself included, especially if they're good quality. Usually what I do is I purchase a bundle, and these bundle can range from 50 USD to the most expensive mockup bundle I've purchased that includes probably like 50 to 100 mockups is somewhere around like 200 USD. So people pay a lot. Usually I think the standard price is around maybe a couple of bucks per mockup, and then you bundle it up in like a 10-pack bundle, and then you can easily sell it for like $30-40. So explore into that one. Number 3 is photography. So if you're someone who's good with photos, you can actually publish your work to places like Unsplash, and then you can get a little bit of a kickback on your photography. Or there's like a lot of stock sites like Shutterstock, iStock, those are the more generic ones, and as a photographer you'll get a little bit of kickback if people download your photos from that platform. Number 4 is also print on demand. So there's a lot of different platforms that do this where you can upload your designs and illustrations, and then people can print and create mugs. I've seen people have like shower curtains where you just upload your design, they would purchase it through the platform, and then they just print and create that product with your print on it. So that's a cool one if you're a bit artsy and creative. Number 5, then now we're moving away from products, is education. So what you can do is you can create a Skillshare course and upload it onto Skillshare. It doesn't have to be too long. Usually courses are just about an hour to an hour and a half long in content. You can break a topic down that you're really good at. For example, if you're really good at digital illustrations on Procreate, there's a lot of really good courses on there. I've taken a bunch and essentially just break it down into 8 to 10 steps, something like that. How to sketch your artwork, how to find references, how to use the Procreate interface, how to apply color, how to go ahead and export it, like all of these super step by step, break it down and just post it out there. It doesn't need to be super high quality, as long as it's helpful and valuable, people will watch it, and then you also get a kickback that way. Another information product is number 6, starting a YouTube channel. So YouTube, as everybody knows by now, is monetizable because you can be invited into the YouTube Partner Program where you require 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, and that is all in a 365-day period. And then you get a little bit of a commission for the ads that they place on your videos. And I actually have a lot of videos on this topic. You can check them out. How long it took me to get monetized, how much YouTube paid me in my first months of being monetized, all that stuff you can find on my channel. But essentially it took me about 4.5 months to hit those requirements. So it's not as long as you think. I thought it was going to take me a year to 2 years to be able to reach that goal. And then as soon as you get monetized, you get AdSense payments, and for me it's been consistently over 100 AUD every single month since, how long has it been? I think it's almost been 11 months since I've started, so over the past couple of months, I've consistently had over 100 AUD deposited into my account from YouTube AdSense. So that's pretty cool as well. The next one, which is a really good one, is selling Notion templates. So a lot of businesses and creatives are starting to use Notion as a regular part of their business. So for me, I've built a lot of Notion templates. I've also used quite a few of them, and I sell them myself as well. What I found it super helpful for is for my sales pipeline. So when I reach out to people, all of that stuff, and also how I manage client projects. So every time I begin working with a client, they have their own client project portal, and we manage all communications in there, and it's super handy. And I know people would definitely purchase Notion templates if you design them well and they set up in a way that's really super handy. And as a bonus, if you have a YouTube channel, you can talk through your Notion templates, teach people how they can set things up, and then plug a little link to your Notion template. That works really well. Okay, finally, as a bonus tip of a passive source of income is not as conventional. And this one is when you are pitching your services, when you are selling your services to people. For me, I usually start my branding services at $6,000 per project. But what I do to make it seem more manageable and digestible is I break it down into multiple installments. So $6,000 can be split into usually 4 installments. Or if you want to make it easier on your client without discounting yourself, you can offer them the opportunity to extend that payment plan. And I've gone all the way up to 12-month payment, and that makes it just seem a lot more manageable for the client. And this way you might finish the project in 2 months, but your payment plan might be going for 10 months. So in the next 8 months, you essentially have a passive source of revenue. But to caveat this, you do need a strong contract in place. You need to know your client well enough to know that they're not just gonna run out on you and stop paying you. They need to be reputable, and you need to know that they can afford you. And ideally they're in the same country or ideally same city, so that the laws governing does protect both of you. If they're overseas, it's going to be very hard to track back money that they owe you. But that's a really good one that's sustained my business in a really healthy way, where I just burst the work and then I still have money trickling in month after month afterwards, and that builds a lot of stability into your business. So I hope all of these really open your eyes. If you're curious how I built a stable business, doing what I love, making over 100K a year in graphic design, you can check out my 10K Masterclass on the left right here. It's for designers, for creatives, anyone who want to monetize their skill set and book high ticket clients. I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you exactly what I did to get there, everything you need, the exact roadmap. So make sure to scan the QR code on the left, and I'd love to see you there. If you found this video helpful, then I know you'll also love this one on the left right here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like listening on the go, we also have a podcast called the Brand Creator Podcast. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.